This is what Paul Pogba said when he was banned from football for 4 years. In 2018, Paul Pogba lifted the World Cup. Then he became the heart of Manchester United in the midfield. He was at that time on top of the world, dominating every single and every angle on the pitch. But then everything changed, from injuries to scandals and even prison rumors. So how did Paul Pogba face such a fall from greatness? And what can we Muslims learn from his story? Brothers and sisters, stay with me here because this story is not what you think. Paul Pogba was born in France, but his parents are from Guinea-Bissau. And right from childhood, he started playing for local clubs before joining the youth academy of Manchester United. And for years, he could not break into the first 11 of that team. So he left to Juventus, and that was where history was made. At a very young age, Paul Pogba was already a superstar in Juventus, and he gained a lot of following from clubs wanting to sign him. Then also, it was not only his skills that actually gained him all the fame, but also his faith. Because Paul Pogba never shied away from showing people that he is a Muslim, despite being in an industry where fame overshadows spirituality. Now, years after Manchester United sold him to Juventus, they came back to him, but this time around, they paid a huge amount of money, and that made him the most expensive player in the world at that time. Yet after his move to Manchester United, he did work for some seasons. Then he started struggling with injuries, which kept him away from matches for months. And because he was bought with huge amount of money, the critics started questioning his commitment through the club, and they started calling him lazy and overrated. And it got to a certain point in time that they even blamed Paul Pogba for everything that was happening in the team. And after all these problems with Manchester United, there came even a bigger problem, but this time around it came from his brother, Matthias Pogba. He accused Paul Pogba of using witchcraft or juju on Kylian Mbappe, who's also a French footballer. And people were shocked because they know that Paul Pogba is a Muslim. And we Muslims do not engage in black magic because it is haram, as stated in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 102. And brothers and sisters, it was not long ago when Paul Pogba also came out with something interesting about his own brother who accused him of witchcraft in football. Paul Pogba, on the other hand, also came out to talk about the attack that his brother, Matthias Pogba, and his friends did to him just for money at gunpoint. And so after this incident, the French police got involved in the issue, and then Matthias Pogba was arrested. Brothers and sisters, just imagine having to make police arrest your own brother who also wanted to see your downfall in your career. Emotionally, Paul Pogba was going through a lot, but he held strong onto his religion and he had trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then everything was actually going on until one day this happened. At the start of a new season, right after Pogba transferred to Juventus from Manchester United, he underwent a test which later on revealed that he was doping himself with a banned substance in football. And this was where his dreams got shattered, because right after the test, he had a meeting with the team's president and the lawyer about his results. A moment from that day, he was banned from football for 4 years, but later on got reduced. And as we speak now, Paul Pogba is now out working to regain his faith and of course his position on the field of play. Brothers and sisters, over the years, Paul Pogba has been to Mecca several times, not once and not twice. When he was asked in an interview about his peace, he said, and I quote, "Islam gave me purpose and peace, and this is what made him to stay strong despite all the happenings in his career and life." His story actually reminds us that no matter how far you fall, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always near to you. And Paul Pogba's story is not just about football, but rather about life, because he showed us that no matter how famous you think you are, when the time comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to test you. And when he does test you, are you going to return back to him for help, or you are going to lash out and blame other people for your own problems? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below and leave a like to this video. Until we meet again, shalom.